me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta fill it up engine. In my thoughts up.
Welcome back, everybody. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you like this video. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section. But today we're going to be discussing basically our offensive line. One more again. I'm going to get right into that. What we can say is that Isaiah Wynn was spotted at the left guard position, and it's kind of a thing that a lot of Dolphins fans were really looking forward to and starting to see that this is actually applicable to what we were kind of seeing beforehand, that we needed a left guard. Liam Eichenberg was not it. Austin Jackson's going to compete for the right tackle. We'll see what happens, and I think they feel successful with him. But Isaiah Wynn, I think he could be obviously much better than Liam Eichenberg. Liam Eichenberg training at center, I think we're just eventually going to sign Connor Williams. I don't really believe that Liam Eichenberg is going to be the answer at that position. But having Isaiah Wynn is going to be a significant upgrade on this offensive line for the left guard position, just because all we had last year was like Liam Eichenberg and I think it was Garon Christian or something like that. Both these guys were garbage, hot garbage. And, you know, I think Liam Eichenberg transferring himself to a backup center position that he can learn under Connor Williams, that is a good thing. But I do believe Isaiah Wynn gives you a significant upgrade. So, like I said, if you go over the PFF stats and how Isaiah Wynn was coming into the league, he actually looked like he was going to be a pretty decent starter. And so far, I mean, what we can also consider as well is that, remember, last year, Connor Williams was supposed to be a left guard. They transitioned him to center. And the thing is, why I'm bringing this up is because Connor Williams turned out to be a way better center than left guard. So obviously, Mike McDaniel kind of has an idea on what to do to transition these guys into the best players that they could possibly be. So what I'm thinking is, you know, right tackle, left tackle, guard, center are different positions. So a center is basically the bounce around type of guy where he, you know, gets the guy in front of him, or he's bouncing around touching the other defensive players when the ball is snapped. The left guard is basically guys usually taking a guy one-on-one. There's a switch or whatever it's called. I'm forgetting the name about what they actually call it. I'm blanking on it. But, you know, this is what the left guard does. He usually takes on a solo guy, and that's usually what is going on. The right tackle actually has to be agile because he's taking on a guy that's usually pressuring on the outside. So he's taking a guy one-on-one usually every single time. And the left guard and the right guard are also taking on one-on-ones. The center kind of bounces between everything and sometimes takes the defensive tackle, but usually has help from the left guard or the right guard. What I can say is sometimes the guys that aren't agile enough to be at the tackle position, they usually move inside based on the fact that you don't need to move as much. Obviously, it's more of a power anchoring type of position, but you don't need to be as agile to get around the edges to block the defensive end that you are taking on. So with Isaiah Wynn, I think a lot of the penalties were holdings, and the problem is tackles usually get called that the most because they have to keep a guy to the outside. So if that guy gets around him, you know, he's getting to the quarterback, you kind of need to hold on to him. And that's usually why people commit penalties. So moving him to left guard, now you just use, I think he's like 300 and something pounds. You just use his anchored power to now take on defenders. And he's going to, I think, significantly increase that left guard position because Liam Eichenberg, his arms were too short. So the problem with Liam Eichenberg and the reason why he would fall on the floor all the time is because usually when you're a left guard, you want to get your hands on the guy first. You want to make sure that you are hitting that guy right off the bat and then getting into your stance. Obviously getting yourself centered before everything, but you hit the guy first and then you make sure you figure out where he's going, because that guy is going to have a much tougher time than any of the other dudes because he has to get around you and probably another offensive lineman. So with Isaiah Wynn, you know, you have much longer arms, you have much more power. So with Liam Eichenberg, they were just swatting his hands down, bringing him down, and he just really didn't have any stability at that position. That's why I like that he's going into the backup role at center because, you know, center is... it's like I said, it's different. You're kind of bouncing around. You know, you can take on people, which Liam Eichenberg was able to do. Run blocking, Liam was good at, but other pass blocking, he just was not really good. Isaiah Wynn has much more power to him. So Isaiah Wynn is probably going to be able to anchor himself better than Liam Eichenberg. Our offense does not need a ton of time to pass the ball. Our offense just needs a few seconds to get the ball out. So that is all that they need to do. And I think Isaiah Wynn is going to be really good at that, especially when you have Teron Armstead on the left side of you. You know, I think Liam Eichenberg usually played much better when Teron was in there, obviously because he calls the stunts and all these different things. So I just think Isaiah Wynn transitioning to left guard is just going to significantly increase our offensive line. And then now you have Austin Jackson competing with Agbui, which I think Austin Jackson will take that starting role. And we will have, I'm not going to say the best offensive line in the league. I don't think that's going to be the case, but I do think that we'll have a top 20-ish offensive line, whereas usually it's just been, 25 or lower. So I think Isaiah Wynn is going to make a significant difference in this offensive line. It's going to be a quick video just discussing that offensive line stuff. Like I said, hit that like and subscribe if you like this video. And as always, have a great rest of your day. Fins up. Peace.